On today's weekly Star Wars news update, a new Mandalorian Season 3 trailer is imminent. The official Star Wars website spoils a Clone Wars cameo for The Bad Batch Season 2, new Ahsoka series rumors, a new Star Wars project is in development, and another might be delayed. There's lots to go over this week, so let's get going. It's been 4 months since the first trailer for the highly anticipated third season of The Mandalorian was dropped during D23 Expo, and we've all been patiently waiting for more ever since. The official and likely final trailer was long rumored to release on Christmas Day, but that rumor turned out to be false. In an official press release from the Disney-owned ESPN, it's been announced that the new trailer for The Mandalorian Season 3 will debut on January 16th during the Monday Night Football wildcard game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Disney and Lucasfilm debuting a trailer for a Star Wars project during Monday Night Football has happened frequently over the years, so it comes as no surprise that they will again implement this marketing strategy for the highly anticipated third season of The Mandalorian. Little is known about what to expect from the new trailer, but a new rumor from Making Star Wars claims that fans will get their first look at Back to the Future star Christopher Lloyd in the trailer, and that like the D23 trailer, it will focus on Bo-Katan Kryze being the antagonist of Din Djarin this season, though that is not the case and is just being made to look this way for marketing purposes. But that's not all for Mando news coming out of this week. 10 months ago, leaked images of red helmets being used for The Mandalorian Season 3 hit the internet. Many began speculating on if these red helmets were a new faction of Mandalorians or even the Praetorian Guards seen in The Last Jedi. Shortly after, Making Star Wars reported that the images were taken in Long Beach, California, where scenes were being shot featuring Din Djarin facing off against Praetorian Guards as part of their design and weapons aligned with the Praetorian Guards seen in Snoke's throne room in Episode 8. This week, Making Star Wars followed up with an image of the supposed Praetorian Guard design in The Mandalorian Season 3. The image appears to either be a drawing done by a Making Star Wars source, or perhaps even an official concept artist. Either way, a darksaber-wielding Mando taking on a few Praetorians sounds really damn cool. The Praetorian Guards seen in The Last Jedi were human warriors that served as personal guards for Supreme Leader Snoke, inspired by the Imperial Royal Guards that protected Emperor Palpatine. It's also worth wondering if the appearance of the Praetorians means we'll see some version of Snoke himself. During The Mandalorian Season 2, we got a glimpse at one of the Empire's failed cloning experiments taking place on Navarro, which bared some resemblance to Supreme Leader Snoke. Moff Gideon himself said that the Empire were interested in Grogu to study his blood, of course to use in experiments for the cloning of Force-sensitive bodies and later Palpatine. These failed clones eventually led to the creation of Snoke. Making Star Wars then went on to speculate that we'll see these Praetorian Guards alongside Moff Gideon, but Dave Filoni has previously stated that The Mandalorian would explore the origins of the First Order. Could these Praetorian Guards be a step towards that? The official Star Wars website accidentally posted an image from an upcoming episode of The Bad Batch that spoils a cameo by a key Clone Wars supporting character. The character in question is Senator Rio Chuchi, who appeared in several Clone Wars episodes. The databank page for Captain Rex on the official StarWars.com website shows this image featuring the Bad Batch along with Rex and Chuchi. We have to wonder what the exact circumstances are that will cause the Bad Batch to meet Chuchi, given Captain Rex's presence in the image, and that he has ties with both Clone Force 99 and the Senator. It stands to reason that Chuchi needs Rex's help for some sort of a mission. Perhaps Rex decides that he requires a little extra muscle, and the Bad Batch is called in. It's almost a certainty that Chuchi wouldn't share the Empire's harsh ideals, so it's possible that she's fighting against Imperial control of her home planet of Pantora, which might just be why she calls in Rex. It's presently unknown which episode or episodes Ryochuchi appears in, but hopefully we won't need to wait too long for her to show up. In the latest leak for the 2023 Ahsoka series, Making Star Wars has reported that Ahsoka will feature appearances by the Force-sensitive Loth wolves, who made their debut in the final season of Star Wars Rebels. A sketch of these creatures has also surfaced, depicting Ahsoka riding one. The report claims that showrunner Dave Filoni managed to translate the Loth wolves' animated movements to live action by having Rosario Dawson ride on horses, comparing this to tactics used in the Rise of Skywalker's production. Should the Loth wolf rumors be true, their inclusion will coincide with the appearance of multiple Rebels heroes in Ahsoka's supporting cast. Natasha Leo Bordizzo will play Mandalorian Sabine Wren, while the Inspection's Aman Esfandi was recently confirmed as an older Ezra Bridger. Ahsoka's Star Wars Celebration 2022 teaser also confirmed that Hera Syndulla will appear on Ahsoka, with a new report suggesting that Mary Elizabeth Winstead has been cast as the Twi'lek Rebel Alliance general. However, no official casting announcements have been made regarding Hera or her droid Chopper. On top of Rebels protagonists, Ahsoka will feature the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn, played by his Rebels voice actor, Lars Mikkelsen. Writing and producing partners Dan Hernandez and Benji Samit are reportedly working on an unannounced Star Wars project, according to Deadline. Hernandez and Samit are probably best known for writing the 2019 Detective Pikachu movie, along with 2021's The Addams Family 2. In addition to those film projects, the duo also contributed to television productions including Central Park, The Tick, and most recently, Koala Man. Deadline shared no additional details on the mysterious Hernandez and Samit project, but just last week it was reported by Production Weekly that another Star Wars live-action series for Disney Plus was in development and was being produced by the Mandalorians Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. The series is codenamed Ghost Track 17, a reference to hidden tracks on musicians' albums, and more than likely a reference specifically to the hidden 17th track on the Beatles album Abbey Road, named Her Majesty. Given the involvement of Favreau and Filoni, it's more than likely that Ghost Track 17 is related to the Mandoverse or the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew. However, it remains to be seen if the Hernandez-Samit project and Ghost Track 17 are one and the same. If you want more info on the Ghost Track 17 project, check out our news video from last week. It's also worth noting that the pairing of Hernandez and Samit often work on animated series, so I wouldn't just go ahead and assume that their project is live action. Many months ago, it was reported that the Skeleton Crew series, headed up by Spider-Man No Way Home director John Watts and Chaos Walking's Christopher Ford, was due to start filming in June 2022 and wrap by the year's end. Bespin Bulletin have reported that filming on the series has been extended for a little while. Their sources say that Skeleton Crew started filming slightly later than they had planned, but that the initial plan was to still wrap filming by the end of 2022. Since then, things have changed and the series is now aiming to wrap up by this March. One thing to note is that an article from Making Star Wars earlier last month stated that there's been issues during the production due to a grueling work schedule and members of the crew left feeling underappreciated, overworked, disrespected, and disposable. One source even said that members of the Skeleton Crew production would dream of working on Ahsoka, as production on that series was going smoothly in comparison to Skeleton Crew and was being sufficiently managed, with management apparently being a key issue in Skeleton Crew's production problems, leading to low morale with staff members. It's hard to say if the delay in filming will impact the series' release date, as Skeleton Crew is still slotted to release in 2023 and was featured in a Disney Plus TV spot just last month. Lucasfilm have produced short turnarounds in post-production for their series in the past, such as the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, where the seasons wrapped filming just months before airing on Disney Plus. The Book of Boba Fett had the shortest post-production time, as the series wrapped filming in June 2021 and debuted on Disney Plus that December. It's entirely possible that Skeleton Crew does still release in 2023, perhaps in a December slot, but production issues, especially pertaining to the mistreatment of staff, is never good news. The Mandalorian star himself, Pedro Pascal has said before that he was trying to recruit none other than Nicolas Cage into the world of Star Wars, but the legendary actor said he has no plans to ever join the galaxy far, far away. Speaking to Yahoo Entertainment in a recent interview, Cage acknowledged that Pascal, who co-starred in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent alongside Cage, had tried to convince him to get into a Star Wars series, but Cage is not interested at all. Cage said, quote, "No is the answer, and I'm not really down. I'm a Trekkie, man. I'm on the Star Trek. I'm on the Enterprise. That's where I roll." Cage went on to explain the new revelation, saying that he grew up watching William Shatner star in the series, and praised J.J. Abrams, who also directed Star Wars movies, most recent take on the Star Trek series, including Chris Pine's role as Captain Kirk. So, don't expect Cage to be challenging Mando for the Darksaber anytime soon. But that does it for today's video, Red Squadron. If you did enjoy, make sure to click the like button and subscribe if you are new. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you. Red 5, standing by.